Last, I'm gonna go to C.
Yeah! What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is Friday. Role-Playing Unlimited is back with Enemier, the First Step Reimagined. I am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian, or somewhere approximately thereabouts. Hope y'all had a great week. We are kicking off our doubleheader starting here shortly. Let's get into the voice chats and wish everybody a pleasant evening. Hello, hello.
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 Hey,
Hello.
hey Ben, I think Shireen is in the other voice chat.
Womp womp. Hey, it looks like we lost somebody. Boom. Looks like we got some new players joining us here at the tabletop. Fringe joined us at the tail end of last session, so we got just a tiny glimpse at his character. And let's see, is it Go-To? Am I saying it right?
Yep, that works.
Fantastic. Joining us for the first session here tonight. Welcome to Role-Playing Unlimited, my friend.
How's it going, everyone?
Oh, Daddy?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yes, indeed. No worries there, Sharina. Still waiting for DoorDash to drop off some Starbucks here for me so I can wake up myself. Oh, yes. Alright, let's get our characters off of the board here. Shouldn't need that here for the time being. Just the world map itself. I believe we are still outside of the ruins of Adar after having met some of the reinforcement guard from Nadiara Keep following the razing of the town of Adar. We may have actually progressed a little bit past that, but I know things were a little bit juggling things around there a tad with Fridge joining in at the tail end of the session, so time is a little nebulous at the moment. Take a look, see at our new characters here.
Yeah, I think we were kind of jumping around because people were still role playing and other people were trying to get their reward stuff.
Right, right. Yeah, and we hit, did we hit another level up last session, I think?
Pretty sure we did. We had to wait for a rest for it.
Yeah, it looks like that's the case. We had another one of those understandings of, okay, we're getting our long rest here, but hopefully we don't get ourselves into any shenanigans on the way.
So are we supposed to be at level 8 then?
Level 7, I believe. Double checking. Looks like Sean has not yet leveled up. Oh, in progress. Sadrake. All good. So yeah, looks like most of us have hit the level 7 upgrade there. If you have not, update your XP total to 23k. That should trigger the Character Mancer for you to begin your updates.
What did you do to the character sheet? I like it.
I didn't do anything. What happened?
It turned to black.
Oh, I think they enabled dark mode by default now on Roll20 if you didn't have it already enabled. All this time, I think it's now the default.
I like it.
I think I did notice that. I think it happened like pretty recently.
Yeah, for sure. I've been using it as a default for the last 8 months to a year, so I didn't notice the mandatory switch, but I had a few people say, hey, this is cool. Alright, well, before we delve too far into this, let's cover our Enemier homebrew again here. For anybody that needs a refresher, in addition to our new characters joining up here. Go to, if you did not see this already during character creation process, 20 bonus HP at level 1. Critical rolls are maxed for the original damage dice. Extra critical rolls are done as normal. This is for PCs only. All characters receive training in firearms unless they specifically wish their character not to have it, so user's choice. Feats may not be selected in lieu of ability score increases until level 8. This is one of our big ones here, the caster checks to cast spells. I'm going to be trying to be extra diligent on this. For those of you who are spellcasters, I'm relying on you to also be mindful of the fact that this exists. Anytime you cast a spell, there is a check to cast it. DC is 9 plus the level of the spell to be cast, plus any circumstantial modifiers. If the roll is failed, the spell slot / energy is retained and the spell is not cast. However, the action used to cast the spell is still expended. This applies to all magic, regardless of source. Psionics are likewise affected. This represents the magical barriers that divide each region of Enemier. More on that to come in the story itself. Resurrection no longer on the fly. Bringing a character back to life requires a temple, extremely rare components, and considerable time. Lower level revivify spells and the like have been removed. Everybody's favorite, the gritty realism variant. In short, a short rest is now 8 hours, a long rest is now 7 days. So it does require us to be a little bit more tactical and thoughtful in how we approach our combats. And another unique home brew here, the final 3 paragraphs, Inexplicable Revival. In this age of Enemier, it is not uncommon for a person killed to about an hour later revive at full health at the nearest temple of their deity. If a deity is not chosen, see the GM for what happens in this instance. Granted, those revived in such a manner are bereft of any of their possessions, as this process seems to involve spiritual travel and animation of a new body. While the deceased corpse withers away quickly to ashes within moments of death, leaving the possessions at the site of demise. As one becomes slain too often, the chances of their revival become slimmer and slimmer until eventually they will succumb to death, unless resurrected at a temple or reincarnated in a druidic circle or other rare means of defeating death. The second paragraph, a bit more flavor text right there, basically explaining that this does not apply to old age, sickness, poison, and disease. So if somebody does perish by one of these means, they don't get a inexplicable revival. And mechanically, this means if your character is slain, they have a 90% chance to return to life in the manner described above. This percentage chance reduces by 10% for each subsequent death until after 9 deaths and amazing dice rolls your luck has run out. And brief pause here, just want to make sure our dasher doesn't get stuck at the gate. This has happened before. Alright, looks like they're just taking Their time getting here is what it is. Alright, that should conclude the Enemier homebrew, getting us up to speed, at least in that respect. And just to briefly recap the end of last session. Oh, that's wrong. They're just so much fun to bring out. So, get another look-see at one of the energy beings known as the Hairi. Their purpose, their origin, indeed their capabilities are largely unknown. They are an ancient species that arrive and depart inexplicably, causing chaos and destruction anywhere they go. This recent year has seen a surge in Hairi sightings across the kingdom of Eucor, where we find ourselves. And that is tying into the plot that we are going to be spending the next foreseeable future on. We have spent a good deal of plot on personal character backstories, getting us to the point that we're at now. We've kind of seen teases of larger events happening around us. And as we were concluding a plot in the Sialawood up here, our journey back towards Varusmail here at the Lucky Lake, Adar was perfectly in our path, and we witnessed the destruction of this city from a good few miles out as we were descending from the hills. And it was in the journey from these hills to Adar that our group fought their first Hairi and defeated it, capturing the ooze-like essence of the creature. And shortly thereafter, we met up with some reinforcements from Nadiara Keep, who of course were also aware of the siege occurring at Adar. So they were just a little bit behind you. And of course had some questions regarding what it was your characters had seen. Upon finding out that you had slain one of these creatures, there was definitely a bit of a whoa kind of going on in that respect. And Fringe's character was kind of just observing everything from the exterior, only finally coming into the scene as we were closing things up. And in that same respect, I want to check over Goto's character here, just to kind of get a feel for where I might introduce this character. Okay.
So you're saying one of these beings was the cause for that city's destruction?
A few of them, actually. There were 3 large ones, basically about the size of dragons, that were kind of hovering over the city, and then how many dozen more of the smaller variety that were responsible for the groundside slaughter, so to speak. And this is a pretty heavily traveled area. I mean, we can see it's right at the crossroads heading to 3 different regions, eastwards to the Lucky Lake and the hippie commune of Varusmail. Lots of incense and crystal people there that are very happy to read your fortunes. We can just barely see a lesser traveled road, the dotted line that is leading north out of Adar into lands we have not yet explored. Perhaps most importantly, though, heading south across the river through the small city of Sarius is the capital city of Eucor. So, even though Adar itself has been annihilated, there are a lot of people that are just making their daily trip from Sarius to Varusmail, from Varusmail to Eucor, any combination of those 3 cities going to and from, that are witnessing this event from afar, or not the event itself, but the aftermath, and just kind of like, so there's a lot of caravans that are now kind of clogging up the roadways, heading into Adar from all directions. And I'm thinking in that respect, it would be easiest for us to bring your character in, Go-To.
Sure.
At least the quickest way. And let's pick it up from where we left off. We had the captain of the guards. She was inquiring amongst the group, had found out the details that you provided. Fringe was just starting to interact with the group, and likewise, Go-To, if you want to just kind of approach this city and bypass some of the congestion on the roads and getting close to the RP as it's developing, totally cool. And we will pick it up from that spot. And just to kind of lead in, the captain looks over at the newcomer by the name of Muth, and just asks, and what part did you have in all of this?
I watched.
I see, much as the rest of the group here. Were you a participant?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Were you a participant in the fight?
If watching counts as participating, yes.
He just looks over and kind of shakes his head non-committally.
I do have a lot of RP planned for this session here, but that's kind of dependent on the characters themselves, of course.
That is Moose entry to that kind of a question.
I can totally respect that. I'm just starting to recognize that I have a party of Marcel Marceaus. We can't all be Silent Bob.
I do not know this reference.
So did you say there's guards here from that city that was destroyed, or were these guards from a different city, or?
The guards are reinforcing from the keep to the east, the keep of Nadiara.
Our friend over there was just coming over the hill just coming over the hill when the first of the Hyri was destroyed, and it was actually surprisingly easy. Any sort of magic cast at range seemed to damage them. It's like anyone else. You hit them enough and they die.
Yes, of course. The real problem is, of course, if they can get to you, they can make you hit everyone else.
Well, that's why you cast the magic at range, so they don't get to you.
Yes. As I had said to the captain before, lay down suppressing fire with any kind of ranged weapons or spells, and you should be able to take them out before they get to you.
My surprise is mostly that the creatures did not dissipate or flee while you were in combat with them, as they are prone to do.
Indeed, I think perhaps if you can get them down quick enough, or do not give them a moment of realizing their peril, that you can drop them. Once we dropped the one, the other two immediately retreated, dissipated.
I don't imagine you attempted or had any success trying to communicate with these creatures.
No, they immediately showed up and were aggressive.
From what I've heard, communication is it's not it doesn't do anything. You can't communicate with them, or they won't communicate with us.
Yes, I have heard rumors of scholars attempting such, but such paths have thus far proven fruitless.
I would not attempt it without some strong protections against their effect.
And yes, we were chased by them on the Isle of Sorcery, and they went through solid stone, worked stone. So, yes, I don't know what would be able to protect you. Possibly magic, but I don't know what.
You were present at the Isle of Sorcery.
Yes, I was. I am. Hold on, I have to.
Check my name tag.
I don't know. Who am I?
How many times have you encountered these, Hyrie?
That answer is different for each of us. I have encountered them once before this in Carthal's Inn.
Yes, I am Glimble. Knackle, Shatterlens to my friends. A wizard in good standing at the Isle of Sorcery, despite what they might tell you.
Sorry guys to interject right here. I have an emergency that has just come up that I cannot step away from. I am unfortunately having to go. I was not, so sorry guys.
Okay, be safe.
Yeah, no worries. If you catch us before we close out tonight, very cool. Otherwise, hope you have a good night, pal.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh, you're good.
You just want? Did you say at like a random point? My character probably would just be, like walking this path, like leading up to this
Yeah.
place with these guards, I suppose.
That's how I'm seeing it. If you're not wanting to just wait in the congestion right there, you can just kind of make your own path and kind of catch a glimpse of what's going on inside the city. You can see that there's a lot of guards, a lot of military presence here, but there are some mercenary adventure types that are currently being questioned by these guards.
Right. I suppose. I guess from the and whereabouts would the party be right now? Like at the base of that mountain.
Oh, actually, inside the.
Or are
city
they
itself.
inside?
Yeah, inside
Oh,
the little
okay.
town itself.
I guess I would have. So I guess I was trying to figure out what city I guess I would have been from, but I guess I imagine I would have came from somewhere south. And in my travels, I guess I would have traveled up from south up north, and then crossed that bridge, I suppose, there, and then seeing what had happened from afar, I would have walked up to get a better look, and if I see some adventurers and some guards and stuff, I would have probably made my way over.
Okay.
You see like a roughly 6 foot tall tiefling, like dark bluish purpley skin, and long coat down to the shins, and he's got a rapier at his belt, and he kind of walks up, and I imagine him to have some kind of a southern draw type accent, and I'll attempt, but not the best of that kind of stuff. But he kind of walks over and will like nod his head and give a wave at the guards, and I guess whoever else notices. and he'll be like, "Well, howdy there, folks. I see there's quite the commotion over here."
Holy moly, what is happening with our Discord?
I think Ben's dropping in and out.
Yeah, Ben has dropped in and out a couple times.
Good golly.
I'm still here, Wobble.
Ow!
Some of the guards will respond to your approach and just kind of give a nod. A couple of them look like they might be about to ask you something, but based on the fact that your clothes aren't covered in soot from the fires here and you don't appear injured, they're kind of like, yeah, this guy probably wasn't here for the combat.
Yep.
Maybe just passing through, so they kind of look and give you a nod and proceed with what they're doing.
Okay. I'll just kind of hang out and listen to what they're saying. 'Cause I'm curious. I saw it probably from afar, and I wanted to come closer to see what was going on.
For sure.
Yeah, as that tiefling walks up, the tattered, ugly-looking robot in a cloak just kind of looks at him, approach, and then just looks back to this guard as if he's unimportant.
Well, at about this point, the captain finishes up with her questions with the group, and if there's anything else you can think to provide me, my office will be at the mayor's residence for the time being until things get back to normal here.
We are on our way to Varusmail ourselves. We plan to spend about a week there, so if you do indeed need to find us, that's where you shall find us.
Thank you for your assistance.
Any assistance against the Hyrie is well met.
Well, it's the never-ending audible of running D&D. You never know what's going to happen. A nat 20? I know what's going to happen. Something. Well, why don't we go through at least explaining what our characters look like to our newcomer friend here. If we're not going to actively introduce, we can at least give a visual representation of what he's seen.
Alright. So I'm a Warforged, but I'm not like all exquisitely crafted and elegant looking. No, I look like I've been put together with the pieces of other Warforged or something. And he wears a cloak, has a bag, has an axe and a shield with scale mail armor on. And it's weird. It looks, as you look at him, like looks like his, I don't know, not his skin, doesn't have skin, but his outer layer is kind of like moving, maybe. And that's when you realize there's like hundreds or thousands of tiny little like nanobots, basically, crawling all over him. And he seems very gruff and no nonsense. And rather dirty.
Nice.
Glimble is a gnome. He's wearing bright clothes, bright even for a gnome. It's almost like he's trying to, say, look at me with his appearance. He's covered in, he has various lenses and small tools hanging from his clothes and his belt. On his belt, he has a holster and what looks like a gun, but instead of being a regular mechanical gun, it has a variety of lenses. It's a brass thing with a variety of lenses on it. You don't know how it works.
Interesting looking fellow there.
My character is Brinley. I'm kind of off to the side a little bit because I'm a quiet type of elf. But I just ended up meeting up with these guys in a library full of fights, and I've hung out with them ever since.
I am yet another elf. We have like 800 of us in this group, apparently. I also tend to, we really do. It's like mostly elves, I swear to God. I don't know what we were all thinking when we separately made these characters.
That's funny. Are y'all all related?
No. But yes, I have a tendency to not say anything because that's just my vibe. And why would I tell you guys when I'm about to start a fucking bar fight again for the third time? I have a very terrible tendency to just start stabbing people.
There you go.
I feel like Han Solo in The Force Awakens. What was the second time?
You know, you could have left that part out as a surprise when he's all relaxing and shit, and then you just start a fight and he gets surrounded. That'd have been funny as
No,
shit.
well, because it's gonna but it's gonna be just like last week, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be really stabby this week, and then like I stabbed one thing one time because I just didn't have the opportunity, and I wasn't stabbing my fucking brother, you assholes.
You had the opportunity. You could have stabbed him. You chose
A little
not.
friendly
I
stab.
guess.
Just a little
You
friendly stab.
chose not to.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
I mean, my character is probably not a super stranger to fighting in bars. I mean, he's kind of like a sailor type, so always traveling, but then always frequenting different inns and whatnot too. So he's definitely seen his fair share of scuffle or two. He goes, by the way, my name is Valen. Nice to meet y'all. Did y'all really fought these creatures?
Yes, and we were able to slay one. I believe that's the first time in history. You're welcome.
I know. I haven't quite seen anything like that before myself. Saw it from the distance and decided to come check it out. It's pretty impressive.
Also from the distance, it seems like we've kind of got a nice crowd of onlookers here, but this guy actually belongs. There is a ruddy, weathered dwarf who just reeks of alcohol, and all kinds of points put into strength and constitution. He is carrying the unconscious brother of Katarina. So we do have yet another elf in the group, but this guy looks like he's not seen the sun in decades. He's extremely pale, malnourished, in a coma essentially at this point. And our NPC, Abdul the Dwarven Brewer, was kind enough to stay back from the hidery battle to babysit the unconscious brother. But now that all is said and done, he comes approaching the group carrying Katarina's brother. And of course, if you're not familiar with him, he bears a striking resemblance to the Macho Man. So it looks like y'all finished up that battle there, yeah.
Yes, indeed, Abdul. It's unfortunate you had to watch over the unconscious one and could not join us.
You know, brother, I keep missing all the good stuff.
So, how's the brewing business?
I don't know. We gotta get back to Varus Mail. I've been with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Brewing, you
Now
say,
we're
huh?
getting ready.
Yeah, I got myself a recipe for the greatest dwarven ale in the land. And he actually perfected it just last week or the week before. It's essentially a potion of healing, but it's alcoholic.
I think I did tune into that session. I think I remember hearing that. Yeah.
Nice.
So I just want to say I saw what Ben posted for Sadruke, and so if who I know is to be Sadruke goes, I'm Vexus, I'll look and go, Vexus? That's new.
Yeah, we do have a lot of nude people wandering around the site of the temple of Adar. I'm not even sure which deity we have here. I'm just gonna go with Barodin, god of magic.
Oh no!
Notoriously unreliable, Barodin.
I know a secret.
And yes, this is the site where people are starting to resurrect after the assault on the town.
Oh, that's right.
And just as quickly, there's a commotion from up the street as some guards start shouting, "We got one! We got a survivor over here!"
I kind of look around at all the naked people, humans, whatever they are, and I just kind of shiver a little bit and go, oh, disgusting.
Meatbag.
I'm gonna walk towards the survivor. He may have some information as to how he survived. Probably running, but...
Heard? Yeah, it
That's
looks
same.
like whoever is the survivor, they're buried under some rubble of a collapsed building. There's currently 3 guards there, one of whom seems to have found, like, one arm and a shoulder and, like, part of a head. And right now there's just a commotion, like, "Get over here, we need help, come on!"
I will approach and see what I can do to help. I'm strong, so I can probably just move stuff.
Alright.
I'll go over as well.
Yeah, let's roll some athletics checks and see what we get. Sweet.
Can I assist someone?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Well, with that being the case, it is only a matter of moments before enough rubble is cleared to retrieve this human male from the ruins of the building. He is covered in scrapes, bruises. Looks like something big fell on his face, because the side of his face that was not visible when you started clearing is just like swollen to twice its normal size, almost like when Don's character got that curse in Avernus, where his head just went. And quite obviously unconscious, in need of some medical attention as well, but at least his body has been removed. He is pale-skinned, no hair on his head, very slender, wearing nondescript brown clothes, almost like a commoner here in
Definitely the bad guy.
the town of Adar.
So it's Dr. Evil.
See, I always make a point that if the guy has no hair, the odds of them being the bad guy are like twice as much. And then people want to counter with like Jason Statham and The Rock and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not saying all of them, but just watch. Just watch movies and shows and tell me that there aren't a shitload more bald villains than motherfuckers that are well coiffed. And that's all I gotta say.
Maybe they're, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not just Dr. Evil. I mean, you can go to, what was the villain's name? Yellow Jacket in the first Ant-Man movie. A bald motherfucker. The first Iron Man movie. A bald motherfucker. I mean,
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. A bald motherfucker. It's like something happens, like we lose part of our soul when we lose our hair, dude. It's not cool.
Well, because all these writers who have hair, think, man, if I lost my hair, I'd just go fucking crazy and kill everybody.
Apparently,
Does
these
it look
villains
like-
can't afford Rogaine with their countless wealth.
Right. Does it look like he might need some healing magic, or is he going to be okay?
Looks like healing magic will certainly be in need, but possibly also some rest beyond that. Definitely not as in bad a condition as Katarina's brother, but this guy definitely took a nasty strike to the head.
Well, since we are planning on going to rest, I will attempt to cast Cure Wound on him.
Roll that caster level check.
Is that a Arcana? What is that?
It's like when you are rolling a Dispel Magic check. It's a die 20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your relevant caster modifier. And you're looking at a DC of 9 plus the level of the spell. Watch how often Y is thrown out as the most random place folks are from. Oh, Wisconsin. I see. Yikes. Well, a natural 1 is not a failure. It's not an attack roll. Did you make the DC of 10, I'm guessing?
Let's see, I'm a 4th level ranger. And my wisdom...
You got a 24 wisdom, hopefully?
No,
that was without your proficiency, though, too. Don't you have to add that to it?
Yeah.
My wisdom's a 16.
So we got a 4 plus your prof of what, plus 3?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it'd be 8, right?
All right, not quite there. You try to cast it. The spell fizzles. You still retain it, of course, as per the rules. You just lose the action to try to cast it. Let's see if one of the random NPC That's all I got on my dice. I got a bunch of 20s on my freaking dice. Yes, random NPC approaches and casts a healing word, which I don't think is going to restore as much to our friend here. 1d4. Yeah, 3 hit points, reduces some of the swelling on the side of this guy's head. His breathing is a little less, and he is resting a bit easier. And some of the militia or the military medics, they look over at Abdul carrying Saphiel's brother, and they just kind of gesture, "Is he okay?" Yeah, I don't really know what we can do for him. You're the experts. And he kind of looks over at Saphiel is like, should I give him to them?
I'm just gonna slowly shake my head no, but like I'm clearly unsure of it. I don't trust these people.
Well, Abdul just kind of looks back at the medics. He's like, yeah, he's gonna be okay. Just recovering from one of those effects, you know, but we got it under control. Not the most convincing, but the medics do not push the issue, and they continue on to others who are in need of their aid, namely, hey, this guy needs some clothes. Hey, she needs some clothes too. Wow, we need a lot of people. We need a lot of clothes for people.
So Valen kind of turns around and he's like, what about is your guys' plan here? You guys going anywhere in particular?
I think we're heading back to Verismill, but I could be wrong.
Oh, with our friend with the ale, right?
Yeah, get you drunk, but it heals you up.
Oh, yeah!
You know, I do fancy me a good ale.
I like this guy.
This one will knock you on your ass. Be careful.
I've had a couple of those before, but yeah, I welcome the challenge for sure. Sounds like my type of drink.
So, Sean, are you still hanging out by this injured guy waiting for his recovery, or are you just leaving this be?
I don't have any healing or anything. I don't have any healing potions or anything like that. I mean, I can try to do a medicine check, an untrained medicine check on him to help bring him around.
Well, fortunately, he's already been stabilized with magic. It's just going to take a while before he regains consciousness. I didn't know if you wanted to wait for that or what the case
yeah,
was.
I'm gonna wait for him. You know, if he's taken somewhere, I'm gonna kind of follow him. I want to be there when he's ready to start talking.
Well, the medics set up a pavilion for any injured, which are not many at all. They do find a couple other survivors in similar states, buried in rubble, etc. But for the most part, the entire town was just annihilated, or annihilated themselves due to the overcharge.
Yeah.
And now they're all just resurrecting at the temple, or we're now reaching that point where it's been an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and people are starting to realize they're not coming back. They're not coming back either. So now we're starting to get a firm idea on the death toll.
Yeah. Are any of the wounded able to talk right now? The ones that survived, I should say.
One of them is in is able to talk. You can tell by the amount of screams they are letting go on a frequent basis due to the pain they're in.
All right, better come back later then.
All right.
After they, straighten this out. I'll go back to the party and, that's it.
All right. And yeah, we still got most of the day ahead of us. It was early morning when we came out of the Sialawood, as I recall, and came upon the carnage of Adar. So if we want to hoof it the 10 miles, 10 miles from Adar to Verismill, we still got plenty of daylight.
There's no place to stay. The whole town's basically wrecked, right?
There are a number of structures that are still intact to one degree or another, but a lot of the town was razed pretty bad.
We should stay here at least one night. Perhaps one of these survivors will be able to speak to us. We'll want to find out how they survived, even if it's just being hidden by the rubble. While their recollections are fresh.
I don't interview people. I'm going to Verismill. You can stay to talk to them if you want, but that seems pointless to me.
Yeah, I'll stay the night.
Are we, we're splitting the group then. Who's staying here in Adar and who's gonna hike to Verismill here throughout the day?
Well, obviously I'm going to Verismill.
Right?
I'm not staying here. I'm going with Clanker.
I'm going with Clinker. I'm going to Bear's Mill.
We just robbed this place. I am not sticking around.
We gotta go.
Yeah, I'll probably follow them and go there too.
Well, but
Wherever they
Sean
are.
needs somebody to be with him just in case any shit goes down.
Are you
Limbo, that is.
suggesting that I can't take care of myself?
I'm suggesting that you might want a friend.
Well,
Just
yes,
take
a
that as
friend.
you
I'm
might.
suggesting that you can't.
A friend, yes, I would like a friend. Thank you.
Wait, so how long does it take to, like, if we were to go fast or whatever from here to Verismel, how long roughly would that take?
If we're doing a forced march at double time, 10 miles, maybe like 5 hours. Pretty even terrain. The road is in good condition. Most of the delay would be getting through the congestion that's still present on the road, but after that it should be straight shot.
Mm-hmm. And that's a force march, you said. So if they go a little bit slower, I guess, would that how much would that add on to there?
I'd say it would make it more like 7-8 hours in that.
So still within a day, pretty much.
Oh, for sure. Either way, it can be made in a day. It's just a matter of how quickly do you want to get there.
Right.
Do you want to make the dinner rush?
I kind of look over. I'm like, yeah, I don't know you very very well, but I mean, we could head over to that place over there, and then you could always come back tomorrow once more people have recovered.
I trust Glimble and Ridley will get the information that is relevant and join us in Verismail when they're done.
Yeah, we will.
Sure.
Sounds reasonable.
Let us go. All of this unclothed flesh is making me ill, even though that's impossible.
Well, okay. The journey from Adar to Nadiara Keep to Verismail is largely without encounter. Of course, plenty of merchants and travelers on this busy road all throughout the day. The most significant encounter is somebody selling the most delicious looking strawberries that you've ever seen. So if your characters are in the mood for a snack after 4 or 5 hours of marching, then maybe some strawberries sound good. Otherwise, nothing stopping you from heading forward.
I would only stop and have some if other people, I guess, were to do it. I wouldn't want to hold up our travels if no one else wanted to stop.
Heard.
I do not eat.
Well, Brinley happens to enjoy strawberries, so she's gonna go grab some and bring back a bit to share with Glimble.
Damn it, well, you stayed with Glimble. They're like 4 hours away when they find these strawberries.
Oh, are they?
Womp womp. Yeah, the rest of the party, they're now like by Nadiara Keep at this point.
Okay.
Dang it.
We just gotta be concerned that the other two don't rob and murder this person who's selling strawberries.
Where'd you guys get all those strawberries? Found them.
I mean, like, I'm thinking about it. Like,
I can rob this
I
guy
am
for some
torn.
strawberries.
I got these
I
cheeseburgers,
feel like no matter
man.
what, it's gonna be a fucking trap. No matter what, it's gonna be a goddamn trap.
Katie's been playing at my table for too long. She knows how I think.
These some special kind of strawberries.
They are the finest that I have harvested this season. They will fetch a fair price once I arrive in Eucor. Hey, thanks for the cheer there, Ben. Are you with us? Yeah. I am willing to give you a sneak taste before you purchase if you wish.
Can I do an insight check with my -1?
Sure.
Oh gosh.
Oh, what could go wrong?
Am I finally not gonna have the worst rolls? Like, did my bad luck just rub off onto somebody else?
Don't jinx me, please. Yeah, I'm like, all right. Yeah, I'll fancy a taste, I suppose.
Well, the elderly gentleman passes over a hand-picked strawberry just for Valen. And a 6 on the die.
It don't look any different than a normal strawberry.
It looks maybe a little redder, and it glints just a little bit prettier in the sun. And yeah, you'll be damned if this ain't the tastiest strawberry that you've ever had. This guy obviously knows his craft very well, and yeah, he might make a pretty penny down in Eucor City once he gets these wares down there. Otherwise, doesn't seem to be anything untoward or weird about the interaction at all. Thank you for the cheer there, Radio Free Covenant. Thank you.
Like well, these are. You weren't kidding, were you?
Oh, not at all. I'm quite proud of this year's harvest. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It's as if the soil has received some kind of blessing, or I don't know if there was something in the rain this year. It's quite extraordinary.
Do any of y'all want to try these? They're surprisingly pretty good. I think I might maybe I'll buy a few off you.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Hey, if you're watching in the Twitch stream there, see if you can find an icon of a face wearing a headset, and if you do, click on it. I think I finally got the sound alerts thing to work, where you can spend bits to trigger random sounds in the middle of the stream, but I don't know. I've tried to make it work several times.
Is that what I've been hearing? I was hearing a couple random things. I'm like,
well, no, the little bloom, 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 that's like when people are cheering or subscribing, but like somebody could spend bits and all of a sudden the Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up is gonna like jam in the middle of the stream for like 20 seconds.
That'd be pretty awesome.
There's a lot of different options. I filled them up a couple years ago, but I've just never been able to get them to work. And I'm not seeing it here on my side on the phone, so I don't know. Maybe I need to reload it, because it were there before, and it ain't there now. Oh, there it is. There it is. Tell me it works. Tell me it works. No. All right, what's going to be the very first one? Hopefully this works. All right, try this. Come on, work.
You can't touch this.
Oh, yeah!
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing.
Well, all right, that worked. Fan-frickin-tastic. So yeah, it's where the hell is this guy? It took a second to find it. Yeah, it should be just on the bottom right of the the stream picture itself. It's a little purple icon of a little face wearing a headset. And if you click that, you'll see all the different options of what you can play. I'm not going to bog it down with playing stuff because, yeah, I can easily get carried away with that. But, yeah, we are... Anybody else trying those strawberries? Anybody want to purchase them? I am selling them a dozen for only 2 silver.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how much money I would have on me, but if I do have that, I guess I would probably
Oh, definitely.
buy some.
2 silver, no problem.
I'll buy them and then put them in one of the pockets in my coat there.
And yeah, if there's nothing else that anybody wants to do as far as the strawberries are concerned, pretty basic, simple encounter. Doesn't seem to be anything nefarious about it. Valen is happy with his purchase, and otherwise we can proceed into the cherry blossom fields and into the lovely, tranquil lakeside town of Verismail. While we then head back to Adar, where our 2 friends, Glimble and Brinley, are awaiting. Are you just waiting for the prisoners, the injured to wake up, or are we kind of got other ideas on what we might want to do here to fill the time as well?
I was just going to wait until someone became, lucid enough to talk, but I'm only going to wait a day, and until then, I was going to find someplace that find someplace intact that hasn't been claimed by the townspeople yet, and just wait. I don't know what Brinley's doing, but that's what I'm doing.
I'm pretty much just hanging out, keeping an eye on our patient, see whether he's waking up. Because I do have a little bit of first aid as well.
Okay. Well, the screaming patient eventually silences as they are administered sufficient treatment and painkillers to grant them some much-needed rest. The third injured person is actually suffering from a broken leg, so they are mercifully unconscious at the moment. And the first guy who was found, the bald guy, the evil one we all know, he finally awakens.
Okay,
and he is just all kinds of groggy. It doesn't look like he's very aware of anything happening right now.
Well, I'll wait for him to get a little more, a hold of himself.
Well, he looks over at you at one point and just... Do I know you?
No, we came here just as the Hyri were attacking your town. We were able to drive one of them off, but unfortunately, the rest did. I'm just kind of wave around, at the town.
Sorry. A what? What's...
The Hyri, the red, perhaps you saw a red glowing globe that was floating around, touching people, making them attack each other.
Is that what happened? I didn't see a red anything, but suddenly the tavern just erupted into chaos. I'd seen bar fights before, but this... He just kind of rubs the enlarged part of his head.
That was hilarious.
Who did this?
That was me. I found some Discord sound effects.
I was like looking for the trigger here in the Twitch stream. I'm like, where is it? Because I have that fail trumpet in there as well.
No, that was in the Discord. I can't find the stuff in the Twitch.
That's weird. It might need to. You might need to just reset the Twitch, because I think I finally got it to work while the opening stream was kicking off, because I had to back out and come back in.
Where's the one for the Discord?
I found it on the Enemy Voice channel page with all the like icons on it. If you are using your mouse, the little icons pop up, like to mute and disconnect and stuff. Well, in the very left-hand corner, there's a little musical note and an emoji-looking guy.
No spamming. Thank you so much for the gifted sub there, my friend. Radio Free Covenant. Kicking all the ass with the gifted subs. This one to Mesmera. Woo! Are you with us? Thank you.
So I'm going to tell him, yes, whenever you're affected by these creatures, we think they're creatures at least, you become you don't care about what happens to you. You become much stronger. And this continues until you are incapacitated or dead.
Is this hell?
Well, some might see it as such.
It may seem like it right now, but these creatures can be killed, so it's not. We proved that.
Oh. I've never heard of such creatures as that which you describe.
And until a week before, neither have I. No one has, as far as I know. You were one of the few people to survive here, and was there anything that you had on you? Was there anything that you did that was unusual that you think might have protected you?
I don't recall doing anything. I saw the chaos erupt in the tavern, and then I felt a sharp pain, and then I was here.
Possibly was it pain in your head, possibly from being knocked out?
Yes, that is what I'm thinking.
Interesting. I'm sorry. I forget myself. Is there anything we can do for you? Anything at all?
My daughter. Have you seen my daughter?
We can look for her, certainly.
Please. Perhaps she is...
Yeah, Burnley just nods in agreement.
Perhaps she is at... Oh, not the temple, but... Perhaps she, too, survived?
If you survived, it's possible.
Yes. Yes, please, see if you can find
What
her.
does she look like?
She is but 12 years old, auburn hair, bright blue eyes. We don't have much. She will not be dressed in the finest of clothes.
Yeah, we'll see if we can find her.
Yes, please.
What time was the fight during the day? What time of the day was it?
It seemed like it came at daybreak.
Daybreak. Okay. I'm gonna pull Brindley aside. Is it possible that he wasn't affected because he was unconscious? It didn't sense him?
Sounds like he might have been attacked ahead of time. Say he felt a sharp pain. Could have been he got attacked and knocked out.
Yes. Let's find. Let's see if we can find his daughter first. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's go. Let's wander on down the road and hopefully we can find her. She shouldn't be too far away.
No, she shouldn't be. Hopefully she returned to town. Thank you for staying with me, by the way.
You're welcome. I thought you could use some company.
Yes, I could. It's it may not seem like it, but it does get a little lonely being a lens grinder, and I have a way of putting off people, unfortunately.
I was just waiting for that.
So yes,
That's
thank you.
okay. You haven't put me off yet, so I can survive with all of your little lenses hanging around. It might come in handy.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see if we can find. Let's see if we can find her.
All right, let's go.
Do we have to roll anything, or?
No, there's no need to roll anything. It's a pretty small town, maybe 1,000 people tops when things are not at their worst as they are right now. But you don't see anybody that fits the bill. You do see a few younger girls with brown hair, auburn hair, darker hair, but all of them are with families. And as you inquire or just try to overhear to see if you're in the right place, none of these girls are missing a father.
Well, I imagine she may or may not be out in the middle of the town. She may be hiding.
Hopefully, yes. Perhaps at the edge of the town. Out in the wilderness, possibly.
She did say they were poor, so I can't hardly imagine them having a nice place in the center of town. So maybe we should look around the edges.
Yes, that's a very good idea. Let's do that. That's what we're doing.
Well, all right then. And we'll let Mr. send us here to our break, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. Are you with us? And we're back. What's happening? Oh, it's just me. What Yeah, good question there, patient. What the hell happened to Adar indeed? It was completely, well, not completely, but very thoroughly destroyed by the Hyri, these energy creatures that are now the focus of our adventure going forward. It was ratified. So heading back to Verismail, where the majority of our group has made their way. Less Brinley and Glimble. And it is at this point where, upon your group finding suitable lodging for the week, which will run a gold piece per person for the week. And once lodging is secured, Abdul turns to your group. Well, I suppose this is where I be saying farewells to you, you know. You know, you can find me here in Verismail anytime you need to get your hands on some famous Abdul brew.
Of course.
And of course, I look forward to hearing about all the rest of the ass-kicking adventures you get yourselves into. I like a good story.
Since you have spent some time here, more so than us, are you aware of any shops that might sell armor and or be interested in a crossbow?
What kind of armor are you looking for?
Something better than what I currently wear. I believe maybe a half plate, maybe with an enchantment if possible.
It's possible. There's not a lot of shops that cater to that kind of stuff here, but there is a substantial adventuring population that goes through here. And you know, maybe some of them somebody might have what you're looking for. You're gonna be here for a week. I'll check into that for you, okay?
That would be very appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And he passes over a Frosty Abdul's brew to each of you who care to imbibe as just a gesture to solidify our adventuring career together.
I'll take it, pack it away.
I'll take one as well.
The show, yeah, drink it now or save it for later. It restores 6 die 4 plus 6 and comes with a nice con save kicker in addition, so yeah, use cautiously. And you're not in Verismail but a few hours when you notice a familiar presence just kind of lingering in the town streets. Occasionally caught observing your group, occasionally seemingly innocently minding their own business, but you did see this guy in Adar, and he didn't have much to say, but he watched your battle with the Hyri, and again was kind of quiet when asked by the authorities as to his version of the events. You didn't see him follow you here, There was a lot of people on the road, though, so blending in wouldn't be impossible. But, yeah, did this guy follow you here?
We do see him though, like looking, like kind of staring at us for a little bit, and then looking away.
Right. Yeah, he's not doing a very great job at being conspicuous or being inconspicuous. Let me just check the character sheet though, so as to not completely deprive them. Yeah. That's what we're looking at.
Do y'all know that that gentleman over there?
Ah, that's the one who watched us fight and tried to claim he was involved because of it. Strange people.
Seems he's been staring at us for a while.
Understandable. We are amazing.
Yeah, we're definitely interesting looking bunch.
Oh yes, I often forget that I do not look like most people and would probably warrant some awkward staring. Understood.
Did you say this guy was like human, or what did he look like?
If I remember correctly, he was like pale.
Yeah, let me see. Huh. Yeah, I mean, the backstory here is on the public domain side, so I don't think I'm spoiling anything by posting the picture along with the backstory. But that's kind of what we're looking at.
But he's like in that, like that's like what he looks like currently.
Yeah.
He's in his like normal form. Do y'all think we should go over there and speak with him?
Why?
I don't know. Seems like he has some kind of a staring problem.
Maybe he's just shy or something. I don't care. I need to go do something. You guys take care of it, and I leave.
What time of day do we? So we just got here. Like when is it exactly?
It's about 4:20.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
What a coincidence. Is Clanker going back to Wakanda?
Wakanda.
Bombay.
Bombay!
Travel.
Yeah, I gotta go get my laser rifle.
Yeah. He's bad to the bone. His laser bones.
And report and turn in the goo and all that stuff.
He's got lasers for bones.
Did I mention he has laser feet?
You got class felt armor, special armor.
Impervious to highway bullets. Well, I think we did kind of cover this a little bit narratively at the end of last session, but yes, upon arrival back at, in short, Wakanda, Wakanda, Illinois, not to, so we're not getting any copyright stuff. Yeah, this is truly something that you have brought back. And yes, of course, the weapon that you have requested is ready and operational.
Excellent. This will prove most useful when I encounter them again.
Yes, of course. May I take possession of this for research?
That was the point of bringing it to you. I cannot research it.
Yes,
Here you go.
yes, of course. I understand you have scholars in your own group who are also interested in studying. Have you made arrangements so that they too may observe as they require?
Glimble, the gnome wizard, has also collected some of the goo as well. He wishes to do his own experiments.
Good, good, yes. Please keep me apprised of anything that he may discover as well.
Certainly.
Hey, she passes over your nifty laser rifle badassery upgrade 2.0 for the Danamari war machine.
I'll look at it and go over it, check it out, and be like, and if I run low on energy, how do we charge it?
Yes, you should require a few of these charge packs. Each of them should be good for approximately 20 shots, assuming that you do not suffer a misfire, i.e. a natural one. And she gives
Naturally.
She gives you 2 additional power packs, so essentially 60 shots in best case scenario.
Okay.
To recharge the power packs, shuffle your feet really fast.
Forgot to put in the crystals.
I'll pack those away and be like, very good. And if I end up using all of these shots, I will come back for recharging.
Yes. I wish you further success out in the field, and again, if you happen to run into Agent 11, I believe was the designation, please send her back here for examination and debriefing.
Of course.
And anything else going on here in Verismail with the rest of our group? Sadra K, Valen, Sapphire.
Yeah, after I get my room, I'm gonna change my clothes and appearance to look like that fucking wizard back on the island that I was supposed to that I stole the book from.
Oh, okay, Arcelius.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to the try and sell this giant. Oh, actually, I want to use my bonus opportunity thing to turn my dagger into a giant slayer, and then I'm gonna go try and sell it.
I think I'm missing a few dots here to connect all the pieces.
The bonus question answers. You say one of them. I can turn any weapon into a giant slayer or something else, and I don't remember what the other thing is. So, I'm just gonna go with the giant slayer.
I see.
And then I'm gonna try and sell it.
In what respect are you trying to sell it? Are you just standing on the corner with a sign, or are you trying to sell
No,
it
I'm
at
gonna
a
go
weapon
to
store?
the weapon shop.
Gotcha.
Where we got the other magic weapons little magic weapons we have.
Okay.
Because I don't think Lila's here, and I kind of don't want to rip off Lila anyway.
Right. Yeah, she's not here. Roll a insight. You can probably sell it at the shop. You might not get as much coin. You may have better luck trying a private vendor in one of the taverns or guild halls.
Private vendors might warrant more scrutiny on their part, and
Also true. Well, if we're trying the shop first anyway, the shopkeeper greets you with a, "Ah yes, welcome back. What is it that you have here?" Fine quality. Don't get too many of these in these parts. Not sure how many people are going to be on the lookout for Giant Slayer, considering their rarity. Would you accept 2,000 for it?
well, 2,000 would put me halfway to my goal. How about 2,500?
Let's see that persuasion.
You bastard.
I could do, say, 2,100.
You know what? I'll take it.
Pawn Stars, Enemier edition.
I gotta call Guy for this, he says.
Highest I can go is 20.
Best I can do.
I gotta store it, I gotta stock it, I gotta make it look nice.
I know, whenever I watch that show, I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up.
And I'm like, ooh, these are things I can use for my shopkeeps.
You know, it's like, I gotta pay the employee to... I'm like, just pay the employee anyway, shut the fuck up.
You never know if Chumley's gonna destroy it. I mean... Oh man, are we gonna get copyright alert again because we mentioned something pop culture related?
Yeah, after I sell it, get my money, I'm out of here. I go back to my room and I switch back to my other form.
And how about for Sapphire or Valen? Any plans here in Verismail or just enjoying the scenery?
I am going to not stab people, hopefully. I'm gonna I'm assuming there's some sort of library or place where knowledge is congregated, at least in book form. Because you can stab a book, but not as much problems as a result as stabbing people. So
I wish there was blood.
well, yeah.
The ink pours out.
I am going to try to see if I can find anything about the condition in which I found my brother, or how he is currently, just to see what the literature says. So I know that if someone says something, I will know if they are stupid, first of all, if they know what they're doing. And this is going to be an investigation check. I know that for a fact, and it sucks for me because my intelligence is so fucking low, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do it.
Well, you weren't kidding.
Oh. I can't. I hate these fucking dice. I hate them. I hate them. God, what is this? My actual academic career? What is going on right now?
You know, let's hope you do better when you look for traps, because that would suck.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Those are some Denchar trap check rolls right there.
Those are some like my actual life checking my surrounding stats, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
like, yeah, this room is clear.
That's
There's
what I
nothing here.
roll. That's what I roll every morning to get ready for the day.
Same.
A
Yeah.
3.
What a mood.
Fuck, where's my other shoe? How are they not next to each other? Alright, well, the bad news is Varusmail doesn't seem to have a library. So you spend a good couple hours this late afternoon between finding the occasional delicious snacks, trying to fend off fortune tellers and people selling you trinkets at every corner. And you do finally happen to wander into a bookstore. You're like, oh, maybe they got something here. And almost instantly you're like, fucking hippies. God, everything is fucking how to grow this, how to grow that, how to sew this, how to put this, how to assemble this. Like, it's all very handy craftsman type stuff and agriculture, but nothing in the vein of what you're looking for.
I mean, that could have been worse. You could have been like, well, the bad news is you don't know how to read anymore. So, you know what? I'll
You go to
take
open
the
a
win
book
if
and
it's
you're like,
not.
I can't read this.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
It's like you lost, just take common out of your known languages now.
All of a sudden, she comes back and she's only speaking Elven, which, good news, half the party knows.
Yeah, it's basically the
God.
new
The
common.
Elvish and Thieves can't. I can only talk to Sadrike now.
And Brinley.
And Brinley.
And your brother.
Well, you know what? Brother's not awake.
Speak Elven.
Brother is borderline dead, to be honest. You know what? I wasn't going to trust those medics because you were going to fuck me over somehow. I know it. So, I don't trust you. That's what this all boils down to now.
I am not worthy of trust.
Okay. I'm not even going to bother to try that again. I'm not even going to be like, oh, well, 2 days later I'll try it. No, I'm not. I'm not going to try it again. And we need the long rest, so I'm not going to try to ask people about it because I know I'm going to stab someone if I talk to someone, because that always happens. And I promised them I wouldn't do that.
Well, how about for Valen? Anything you want to tackle here?
Not particularly. Probably just hanging out. I don't know if there's some kind of like an inn or tavern that they usually stay at when they're here.
They've been here just a couple times before, but they do have a favorite hangout so far, the Spotted Seal, where just all kinds of delicious seafood and what have you, and fresh fish from the Lucky Lake can be found. And accommodations are relatively cheap, as earlier stated. You can stay there for the full 7 days for just 1 gold piece. Kind of rustic, no locks on the doors, so definitely wedge a chair or keep yourself keep a watch in your room or something in that respect. Double up.
Yeah, I'll probably go maybe hang out there.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really have a conversation with the guy who's following us because, well, he's not here.
That's what you think. Well, since Valen is hanging out in the Spotted Seal, at a certain point just after you've gotten your seafood, whatever the soup, seafood soup, and you're just starting to enjoy it, a familiar pale-faced individual sits down at the table across from you, and, as fitting, doesn't really say anything.
I look over. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! Howdy there. You surprised me.
I do have that effect.
Did I see you back at Adar? Yeah, I feel like you're familiar.
He nods in response to that.
So what brings you? I'm like eating, and then taking, talking back and forth. I'm like, what brings you to these parts?
A curiosity. The companions you travel with. What I saw them do. It is unprecedented.
Yeah, I mean, companions is a loose term. I only met them earlier, but they seem, as diverse and strange as they may be, they seem to be quite all right. But what exactly are you referring to?
The battle with the Hyri and the triumph that they experienced.
Ah, I must have missed that part when I showed up. It was all over already.
He kind of nods a little bit, consideringly.
Do go on.
I was unsure as to when you came into their company, but I did see with my own eyes. They took one of them down, and they captured its essence. I can't divulge too much into how this affects me and interests me on many profound levels, but suffice it to say, this is something I have not encountered nor ever expected to encounter.
Yeah, we're pretty similar in that boat there. It's the first that I've seen of them. Surprising what they can do, really. But I got a lot of other things on my plate right now as well. So just keep things day by day.
This is all we have. I will continue to examine these companions of yours.
Are they not your companions?
I have not had the pleasure.
I'm sure I can introduce you if you'd like. and I laugh a little bit.
This is the part where I walk into the bar.
And yeah, the pale man just kind of nods again in response to that.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I got your name.
I'm called...
I'm Valen, by the way.
Valen. I am called Muth.
Muth, pleasure to meet you.
And he looks up at the war machine approaching the table.
It now has some crazy Magitech device on his back.
Well, howdy there, fella. Oh, well, you look a little different than earlier.
I've got the weapon upgrade. I see you've broken through the shy man's shyness and are talking.
Yeah, we've exchanged a couple words here. This gentleman's name is you said Muth? Goes by Muth.
Yeah, short for vermouth. Just kidding.
Copyright strike.
We're getting canceled.
I am generally called Clanker. You can call me Clanker.
Clanker.
You interested in fighting Hyrie too?
Fighting, examining, discovering more of their nature.
Then I'll welcome you with open arms. Anybody who's willing to tread the same path as us, you're welcome to come.
This is fortuitous. As I was saying to Valen here, your capabilities and what you have accomplished is not anything I had ever expected to encounter.
Yeah, well, I am built for this, so be forewarned. They're not easy to encounter. People like you often go crazy and start killing everybody.
I have had exposure to them in close combat, fortunately. Have not suffered such ill effects. It is rare to find a Enemier construct in these parts.
You are correct.
This group is fortunate to have you.
You are correct again.
You want to pull up a chair, buddy? I don't know if you sit or not. I guess.
I suppose I can sit.
I don't know. I don't know if I've encountered too many robotic fellas in my character's day here or not, but
Not too many. They primarily hail from the northeast country outside of this map that you were kind enough to help me design.
yeah. So I guess probably might actually be my first time probably seeing.
But I had been just kind of standing there, hovering over you, talking like it's normal.
Pull up a chair here, buddy.
Yeah, I'll sit down, kind of adjust the rifle on his back so he's not leaning on it.
I'd offer you a bite of my food here, but I'm assuming you don't partake.
I do not.
Fair enough.
I am sustained through technomagical batteries.
You need like a charge or something?
It is a technomagical battery. I am not an engineer. I don't know exactly how it works.
I hear you on that one. You say that there's is there other ale or something also here? I don't think I want to drink the one that he gave me.
Oh yeah, they've got all kinds of your classic ales, meads, beers that won't cost a pretty penny compared to the Abdul's ale.
Yeah, I probably would have just gotten like a cheap run of the mill, whatever's the most common,
For
type
sure.
of ale, I guess.
Couple coppers a pint.
Yeah.
It comes in pints. I'm getting one.
All right then. Actually, Valen, are you even interested in combating Hyrie with us, or are you just following us?
I mean, if it comes to that, I mean, I have no problem lending my aid to you. I'm on my own little personal quest to find something, let's say, but I think our paths can mutually align for sure.
Very good. In that case, I'll need to know however detailed you want to be about your capabilities so that we can add you to the mix.
Well, I'm good with this right here, and I kind of motion to my waist. And I have my rapier here, and then I kind of open my jacket, and you'll see a little revolver mounted or fastened inside there as well. I'm a bit of a skirmisher myself. I've been on the road for a while by myself. I like to think I can hold my own.
That's good. The firearm will serve you well against the Hyrie. You don't want to get close.
Yeah, for sure. If they're level in cities like that, then maybe I'd want to keep my distance for sure.
Well, yes, when they attack, not only do they disrupt your form and therefore cause you injury, but they can affect your mind. Most people do not have the strong enough will to resist the effect, and they will go berserk, basically, for lack of a better term, and attack everything around them.
Oh well, shit.
See the Twitch chat log there for details on that.
Yeah. That wouldn't be good for anyone now, would it?
It usually is not.
Yeah, that's what makes them so lethal.
Which is why ranged capabilities are preferable in this case. You can go melee as well, but you are in much more danger doing so. And Muth, what do you add to the table?
I would prefer to allow my possessor to answer those questions. Suffice it to say, I do have capabilities you will find useful.
Oh my god, he's possessed! Kill him!
Possessor, you say? This party's getting weirder and weirder by the second.
Not the weirdest one we've had.
That's true.
I gotta say the, what was it? The Mind Flayer, the Medusa, and the Scion who cheesed 3E rules to dominate the Tarask would definitely be up there with what the heck am I looking at?
The huge half-dragon ogre thing.
Right. Yeah, the Enemier campaign of play whatever you want, even from the, oh god, what was the monsters book for?
Savage Species.
Savage Species, yeah.
I played the Celestial Troll or whatever.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that for a few games before we realized, yeah, this party is not working well together, and things are going to get pretty nasty here, especially considering one dude rides a Tarask.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, it says here, it doesn't say anything about psionic resistance. I'm like, well, you're
Can I
right.
take my Tarask into the local inn here? Like, do I gotta leash him outside?
Yeah, exactly. Gotta pay a shitload of city damages bills every time you come into town.
I definitely would have in character though asked. I think I would have been like, "Huh, what do you mean by that?" If he did say something about a possessor.
That's just me speaking kind of out of game. I want Fringe to step in and explain that. I know he's got some cool stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll kind of assume that he explains himself, because otherwise I'll be like, well, if you're not going to tell me, then get the fuck out.
And with that, we'll pan it back over to Adar, where Brinley and Glimble are spending the rest of the day. We have searched for at least 4 or 5 hours in search for this girl. We've not seen her. Inquiries to other people in the town as to have you seen her? We're looking for what was that guy's name? His daughter. Her name is, what the hell is her name? We didn't even freaking ask him. But you have a good enough description of her and him, especially considering he's one of 3 people in the medical pavilion. Nobody knows who this girl is.
We haven't had much luck finding this girl, so I think maybe we should head back and check on our patient.
Say you, Glimble.
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. Did you say again?
Where's that trumpet? Go ahead, Sharena.
Yeah, well, we haven't had a lot of luck finding this guy's daughter. let's give it a break and go back and see how he's doing.
Yeah,
Maybe grab us a bite to eat.
yeah, that's a good idea. Strange that no one's ever seen his daughter.
Odd indeed.
Oh, well, maybe she wasn't a very sociable little girl or something. I don't know.
Maybe so.
He probably got hit so hard in the head he thought he had a daughter and he really doesn't have one.
So yeah,
Right.
or let's go eat something.
And away we head back to the pub again.
Okay. Well, there's not much happening at the pub, considering the state of the town, and people are still resurrecting and kind of making heads or tails of what's going on. There's certainly places you can find food, but it's more military provisions. They've got a lot of dried tack and rations that you're plenty used to traveling on the road as it is, so the best you're able to find is some stew that is being made at a campfire, which it tastes a little bit too much like Eowyn's stew. It's good.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, it's not pleasant.
So I'll take a couple of bites and then kind of shove it off to the side.
How do they eat this stuff? I think I'm going to break a tooth on it.
What do they serve in prison? Gruel. Gruel omelets. Gruel sandwiches. So after you've more or less filled your stomach here, any other plans in Adar?
Just to tell that guy that that we couldn't find him, and hopefully she'll turn up.
You can't find
Yeah, I think
her.
tomorrow we should head back to the rest of the people.
Yeah.
Rest of our group.
Yes, unfortunately, we spoke around. Nobody saw her. Nobody even remembered seeing her.
Is she perished?
We don't know that. We don't know that. We just haven't been able to find her yet. Perhaps when you feel better, you'll be able to get up and look for yourself. Maybe you know where she might be. Maybe she's hiding. Maybe you'll be able to go to her favorite places and find her there.
Well, he starts weeping.
Yes. So sorry. I think it's time we go.
So Brinley just inclines her head towards the door.
It doesn't seem like there's really much else here to do. Guess we should catch up with the others.
Yeah, I think we should do that. It's probably getting on dark though. Do you really want to travel at night?
Not really. Town should be safe. There's enough soldiers here. Probably won't be attacked here, hopefully. So yeah, let's stay here the night and then be on our way.
Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, are there any non-wrecked huts that are vacant by any chance? Non-wrecked buildings that are vacant by any chance?
Alas, no. They are occupied by the survivors of the city. But
Alright.
nobody's saying you can't come in. If
Yeah.
anything, it's a free room for the night because nothing is standing to where people are charging for a lodge.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Well, Your rest is only slightly interrupted, and the wee hours of the morning, maybe 30 minutes before the crow barks, as you hear some utensils kind of clanging near the near the hearth, where you can smell some food being prepared, some coffee being brewed. And as you start to come to, you notice your friend from the medical pavilion is now here and sitting at a table with a couple other people among the first to get their morning coffee.
How's he doing?
He still looks pretty effed up, and he has not gotten new clothes either. So, yeah, he's looking pretty bad. But he has a steely determination in his eyes, to where you imagine he probably left the care of the medics against advice.
Now,
That sounds familiar.
yeah. I'm not gonna sit near. I'm not gonna bother him or anything.
Yeah, let's just grab our gruel and head out on the road, because
Yeah.
we should be able to meet up with them soon.
Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty. So, hitting the road early in the morning. Rest of the group is still there in Reimagined. We've got another 6 days of resting here for our group to get their long rest that they've technically already gotten. Although in Valen's case, it's more like, whatever, I just joined. I'm fully rested.
Basically.
Let's fight a dragon!
Let's kill something here, huh?
That's right. Well, there are no encounters along the road from Adar to Varusmail, aside from the usual mercantile traffic. Nothing special like the ultra delicious strawberries from the day before that the other group found. Nadiara Keep is under heavy security at the time being, so it does take an additional like 30-45 minutes just going through their checkpoints and making sure that you're not anybody suspect that they are looking for in the region. Apparently just heightened security includes everything across the board, even in the event of a Hyrie assault. But given that Brinley and Glimple are not suspects in anything that we know of, you proceed the final few miles and make it to Varusmail.
Okay.
Where it's not much trouble finding the rest of your group, who've had an extra 7-8 hours here in the town this day, just doing whatever it is they're interested in, whether it's continuing to just kind of rest it up. Of course, we do have to do light activity to qualify for the long rest, but otherwise, whatever.
Now, I think what I'm gonna do the next 6-7 days is just look through Aurelius's spell book, see if I can transcribe anything out of it.
Alrighty.
You know, and Brinley, thank you for accompanying me. That it really did help a lot. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
You're welcome. So, at least we got to do something that was minorly helpful, even if we couldn't find that girl.
Yes, perhaps. Maybe the information what he told us will be helpful. Although I don't know if being, I don't know how much use being unconscious will be during a Hyrie attack, but hopefully it'll lead to something.
That is true. We can hope.
Glimble,
Yes.
how are things at Adar?
Pretty much the same as we left them. The guard has secured things, so that's good. They're starting to rebuild. I was only able to speak to one person there. He said that he was knocked unconscious at the start of the attack, and it's possible that that's what shielded him. They weren't able to detect him because he was unconscious. I don't know what that's going to do to help us, though, but it's something to test.
It is information we can work on. Whenever you find any information on the sample you have, please let me know.
Yep, of course.
There are two others who are willing to walk the path that we have chosen in resistance to the Hyree. They're around town. You'll meet them.
Oh, excellent.
That's good to hear.
Are they warriors? Are they spellcasters?
You'll have to ask them. I don't know.
All right. So yeah, first part is transcribing a realistic spell book, and if I have some time left over, I'm going to try and look at do what I can with this Hyree goo that I have.
I got good news and bad news for you, buddy.
What is that?
Which you want first?
Oh, the bad news.
You will never transcribe this entire spellbook.
Really?
This harkens back to I believe, AD&D 2nd edition magical item. I forget exactly what it's called. It is essentially the bag of holding of spellbooks.
Oh my
It
God.
is the spellbook of infinite pages, and every spell that we have in our compendium can be found in this book.
Oh shit! Now you don't need a spell book.
Yeah.
Yeah, acquiring spells going forward is as easy as just finding it in this book and adding it to that day's prepared list.
Oh damn. Hey guys, anyone want spells?
You get a spell. You get a spell. You get a spell.
I mean, this guy's not like gonna be coming after that book, right?
I think he's dead.
Because I would if it was mine.
But okay, yeah. Once I find that out, I guess I'm gonna try and analyze this Hyree goo.
Well, wouldn't you know it, just about the time that you make your way to your room and start going through the process, there's a knock, knock, knock on your door.
I'll open it.
Well, you know the leader is the one that sent me after that book. So who knows what's gonna come about from that book?
6 wisdom.
It can't be any worse than when the Forgotten Realms group found the Rod of Lordly Might. Just opened up all kinds of nasty side plots as people who had previously owned the item started coming after the group. Hey, that's mine!
Oh, you want the spell book? Yeah, here, have it.
Including a master red wizard of Thay.
Not what you deserved.
Yeah, they did. Oh, fresh out of weed here. Gotta wait. Oh well. So the knock on the door is answered, and there is a pale-faced something standing here in front of you. You think you've seen him before.
Can I help you?
Will you show it to me?
Oh my.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh boy.
So, what?
He gestures over to the desk where you've begun assembling your utensils and lenses for studying the goo, and he just points at that.
Oh, fellow scholar, come in, come in.
Nods silently and enters the room.
Oh, there it is. I haven't really had a chance to do anything with it, but if you have any insights that you can share, please do so.
May I observe it?
Yeah, of course, yes. That's why you're here.
I don't like that sound.
Hey-oh! He takes his hand and kind of like runs it over what you imagine to be the aura of this ooze. And the ooze seems to regain some spark of life. It goes from the dull gray color that it is and the ooze-like texture back into a small, almost will-o-wisp ball of this red energy that you're so familiar with, and you're like, did this guy just bring a freaking hidery back to life? And just as quickly as this red energy appears above the desk, he does some kind of gesture that seems reminiscent of almost like a last rites kind of thing from what you've seen in temples before. And just like that, the red energy dissipates, but not in the usual way to where it has like fled. There's a brief flash of radiant light that seems to kind of break the red energy apart at the seams. And just like that, everything is quiet and the ooze is just gone.
What? This is amazing. What did you do there? Tell me what you did quickly, please. Tell me how to do that. That's amazing. What does that mean?
He nods at you in response, and that'll be a to be continued once Fringe comes back and he discovers just what his character has accomplished here. I did tell him he'd have some interesting abilities to add to the mix up here, so we'll definitely learn more about that next Friday when we come back to that little bit. In another room here in the same tavern, in the Spotted Seal. I don't know why it's always pronounced that way, but it just seems right. As Sapphire returns to her room to just kind of ponder the day's events and the horrible dice that just always seem to emerge, she is a bit startled to find her brother stirring too in bed.
I don't know if I like where this is about to go for some reason. I just have bad vibes from you tonight, Dan. Bad vibes about where your storyline is about to take this. I'm gonna watch him like stir awake and see how long that takes and see what state he wakes up in.
He continues to stir too, and you can tell his mouth is very dry just from how much he's constantly having trouble opening and licking his lips and what have you. And he seems to be unable to open his eyes at all. but he seems to sense a presence in the room, and he just, hello? I'm very thirsty, please.
Is there like water in the room that I can like give to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm doing that, clearly. I'm an asshole, but I'm not a bitch. Like, I'll give him some water for sure.
He says, and I quote, I'm an asshole, but not a total dick. He got my dick message!
Stop!
You know me, I'm a human
Almost
sampler.
as bad as the Arnold. It's almost as bad as the Schwarzenegger. Which I know I just invited that to happen, so I'm sorry to
Hey,
everyone else.
how's it going? What's going on, Katie? How are you?
Oh, damn, you son of a bitch.
Grab a baby buggy bumpers. Didn't know I was going to say that now, did you? He graciously takes the water, and slowly his eyes begin to crack open, and he gazes upon you with recognition. Sister? Where? How?
I don't know. Where have you been?
I don't know. Who am I?
In a dark dream. As though something was pulling my strings, and only now am I awakened.
How much time do you think has passed?
Oh, it's been a while. A year? 2?
Oh. How long has it actually been again? Because I already forgot.
Oh, almost a quarter century.
Okay, yeah, cool. 25 years about.
25. What is the state of our home, our family?
Well, Mom and Dad, very certain you're dead. Everyone else, very certain you're dead. Other than that, I don't know. I don't talk to them anymore. I talk to them once a year when I leave.
What happened to me?
Question of the century.
Where did you find me?
In the weirdest goddamn cave in the middle of the weirdest goddamn woods.
I dreamt of... Oh, just insects crawling all over me, tormenting me endlessly. Were there bugs?
I recall there's been centipedes. Weird centipedes. There was not necessarily a fog or a mist, but some sort of just dark energy that seemed to follow us throughout there.
He shudders visibly at the mention of centipedes, as though that brings back a torrent of memories. And where are we now?
Varys now.
Don't even know where that is. He guzzles the rest of the water and holds out the glass. May I have another, please?
Get him some more water, obviously.
And as you bring back the water and he guzzles some more, he just holds out his arms for an embrace.
I will hesitantly hug him, but I will hug him.
No, Sapphire don't hug people. She stabs them.
Ugh! Why?
I did so hesitantly, alright?
Well,
Been looking for this
fortunately,
motherfucker for 25 years, okay?
fortunately, it is a hug between brother and sister, and seemingly with no sinister additions. And what else are we doing here in Varusmail for the remainder of the week? Any standard equipment we're in need of restocking? Anybody need potions of healing? We can definitely find the standard 2x4 plus 2 here for a reasonable cost of 60 gold pieces each, if anybody needs those. Otherwise, all your standard adventuring gear from the player's handbook is available. If there's nothing in that respect that we need to tend to, if you have something else, of course, otherwise we can kind of hit the fast forward and get through the long rest and see where we're at after that.
Yeah, let's do. I have nothing.
Same.
Abdul was going to look into stuff for me.
For show. I will resolve that at the conclusion of the long rest summary.
Ah, okay.
Anything in addition, though?
No, I'm just trying to find somebody I can trade this +2 crossbow for some nice armor for.
Cool, cool. All right.
Unless, does Glimble ever tell me what happened with his coup?
How about no, Scott? I don't see why Glimble would keep that a secret. He's not been the secretive type.
You'd hardly be able to keep me from not talking.
So I guess in that respect, Fringe will just have a bit more RP to look forward to at the next session here.
Right, and based on the fact that there's still some time in this long rest, I would have taken that information to her as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely would have time for that. And as far as Abdul's search for you, it's mostly good news. There's somebody that he is aware of who would be very interested in that crossbow and has a suit of armor that would fit your size. It's a bit too large for them. But the kicker is they're stationed at Nadiara Keep. So you basically just have to hike a few miles up the road, find this guy, conduct the transaction, and then come back to Varusmail. That would all still qualify as light activity for the long rest period.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Otherwise, let's just see. 1 die 100. Yep. Perfectly even exchange. He is very happy with this crossbow. He is a tower guard here, so this will serve very well for his needs, and he's happy to pass over the generational armor to you and hopes that you will make good use of it. Otherwise, what's happening in Varusmail over the rest of the few days we have left?
Could I borrow some money for a couple potions? I am down to like 5 gold.
Yowie wowie. Yeah, this group's not getting paid like the open table groups.
I only have 15 gold.
Although, Yep. Okay. I'm thinking here. Yeah, we are apparently short of some coinage, but just gives us something else to look forward to. And the only thing of note here in Verismail during the remainder of the long rest is the reappearance of our patient from Adar. It's been a few days. He's definitely in better condition. He's gotten himself some new clothes, and he looks to be traveling with an agricultural mercantile for the time being. He's actually like wearing the vest and the official badge of the mercantile company. And upon seeing Glimble in town, he just kind of gives a nod and just casually mentions that this is a good way for him to get around the region, since he doesn't have his own horse or wagon, and hopefully continue the search for his missing daughter.
I'll say I wish him good luck in doing that. I hope he does find her.
She has to be somewhere.
Of course, she has. Yes, she does have to be somewhere. All you have to do is find her.
She was not counted among the dead in Adar, although final counts are far from complete. I have faith, though, that I will find her alive.
If she wasn't among the dead, then she is. It stands to reason that she is among the living. So you will find her.
Yes, thank you. And otherwise, he has no goals or interactions with your group here. This is just one of the nearby locations where it appears that he is searching first. And otherwise, the week will pass without further incident. Long rest is achieved, which I believe you've all already activated. In addition to your level up to level 7, which you should all be at that exact point now. If you're not, then definitely take care of that before we progress forward. Oh, is he going up again? I thought he already went up to level.
I'm at 7 right now.
Correct. You should be at level 7.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, we'll actually, I think, call it a few moments early here tonight before we delve full on into the next plot. We do still have a couple side bits here that we're going to want to take care of before we roll out Verismail, namely what's going on with this stranger Muth, and in addition, what further developments there may be in Adar. And beyond that, definitely consider possible roads you may wish to take to continue your exploration, because for the time being, it's I don't want to say a dead plot period, more so than a kind of an open sandbox at this point. We do still have some character motivations that any of you are welcome to bring to the group if we want to make that the focus, or if we just kind of want to uncover some more of these shaded areas and see what lies in those. This is a kind of an open opportunity for that going forward while we continue our quest to get into the High Re. Sending us to the stream ending soon here. Fantastic work, everybody. A bit slow getting into it, but not unusual considering additions, new characters, Fringe having to unfortunately have an emergency and bail on us at the last minute there. Hope everything's going well there for you, buddy, and hope we can have you included in the next session. Go to fantastic job tonight. Pleasure having you at the table.
Appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. And I particularly enjoyed the the little side bit that we were able to have with Brinley and Glimble, just a little kind of solo role play opportunity there, limited as it was. It still kind of creates a little context and lifeblood for the story, I think.
I agree. That was fun. Something different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
For sure. And I know for Ben and Katie, we didn't get a whole lot of combat stabbiness tonight, but Ben was able to pull a fast one. And Katie is definitely keeping her guard up, but possibly seeing that some kind of ending that isn't horrific may be in the horizon ahead.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be around when that giant slayer turns back into a dagger.
Katie's just like, yeah, I don't like you, dude.
I'm just waiting to see how you have this bite me in the ass. Like that. Like, I know it's not gonna end well for me.
Oh boy. And last but not least, J-Man, solid job as always, man. Enjoyed seeing the little interaction there with Vanya at Wakanda, Illinois, and interactions with the group I know is not your strong suit, but it is entertaining to watch.
Well, it's just because this particular character has a 6 charisma.
Exactly, yeah, and we've got a lot of low charisma characters, characters with reasons to keep things to themselves, and in some respects, some of our group is still kind of learning to trust each other too. So definitely more to come in that respect as we continue building on this. Session 11 tonight, I had kind of anticipated revealing more of how this story is connecting to the original First Step series from 2002, and of course, being in the seat that I'm in, I can see how it's all coming together at this moment. But we're definitely we've still got a few paths to get through before we can kind of see that more firmly, especially for Sean and J-Man, because you guys were part of that original campaign.
Hey, look who it is.
What's happening? Hey, Fringe shows up right here as we're closing out. Welcome back, buddy.
Kind of figured by the time.
Well, it's a stream you may want to peruse over here, because I definitely took a couple steps with your character, as you'll see, to progress the plot forward. So
that is acceptable. I'm sorry, guys. Life happened.
No worries, man. I hope everything's good.
I had to take care of it.
Yeah, hope everything's
good. Yeah, I was
No.
able to get it resolved, and it turned out to be not quite as big of a deal, but still needed addressed immediately.
Nice. Yeah, I totally respect that, man. I've had the same thing happen 10, 15 minutes before kicking off the session a few times, and thankfully it's not a dire emergency that will affect for weeks ahead, but it is something that needs addressing right then and there, so totally understand, brother. That's it for tonight, folks. For the Enemier side of the stream anyway, don't miss the doubleheader for Isilia coming up in, 45 minutes, an hour. I think might have some late players tonight, so it might be a bit late kicking off. And Fringe, even though you're back, please don't curse my dice this week. I needs them.
We'll see.
Take it easy, friends. Have a good one. Are you with us?
Yes, we are.
Yo!
Blasted bittersweet redemption. I will never let you down. Will it ever get funny? Oh, I wonder, honey, baby, how you make me sway. You say you will. I'm calling your addictive brand. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say you will. I'm calling your addictive brand. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. Saw you roll steady, took it kinda heavy. Baby, I'm a loving kind. Jaded loving hazard doesn't really matter. Baby, say you will be mine. Take my affection and my safe protection. I will always